Hello and welcome back once again everyone to what may be one of the final videos in this Conan Exiles series. My name is Weehawk and today we're going to be actually doing something I've been doing off camera for a while. I want to demonstrate how I've been doing it and why I've been doing it, and it's actually a pretty important part of the end game that I haven't shown off yet, which is fragment of power farming in the unnamed city. And the reason we're going to be going there is because in the last time I went there, I actually got some new patterns, and one of them really excites me. Let me show you. I even still have all the stuff in my inventory, so I got to get rid of all that. But also, we need to examine the armor sets I got from the War Maker's Sanctuary, and decide if they're worth making. Now, they all cost these armor scraps I got from both the Arena Champion and from the last guy himself. The Champion's armor, looking at it, they cost 10 armor scraps a piece, but the armor values between that and the Redeemed Legion pauldrons, like if you look at the two chest pieces, the Redeemed Legion just seems like it's a better piece of armor all the way through. So I don't know if it's worth actually crafting or not. I really wish we could see more of what the armor gives you from the actual table. See, the Godbreaker, now the chest piece doesn't have as much armor, but every other piece of the Godbreaker is better by leaps and bounds in just pure armor value. So the Godbreaker might be worth exploring. The issue with that is the Godbreaker only protects from cold. You have to make a separate set, the Chilled Godbreaker, which is the other set up here. That one protects you from the heat, so you'd have to make two armor sets, which is going to equate somewhere in the vicinity of like 100 to 120 of these armor scraps. And that's incredible grind, considering that one of the ways to get the armor scraps is killing that Arena Champion. She takes 10-15 minutes to kill. It's ridiculous. And I don't know if carrying two sets of the armor would actually be worth it. I'm thinking what I have is fairly decent. I am interested in making one just to see, but I mean, the Redeemed repair is easier, it's easier to make, it doesn't cost me hours and hours of grinding the material. So what I'd be afraid of is that the Godbreaker is going to take armor scraps to repair, because you have to make this rusted armor first, and it also takes the armor scraps to make. So that's 50 there. Then 50 for the actual armor. Well, 50 for the other set. So if you have the hot and the cold, so that's 100 right there. And then it takes, I think, 4 scraps per piece to make the actual Godbreaker. So that's another 20. So that's, yeah, 140 is what it's going to take. Okay, so here are the patterns I got. It's this Petrified Egg, I think, is just a decoration. Blunt Daggers, which I believe comes from Sipta. Fast Elevators, I'm curious about this one as well. Venom-infused Daggers to go along with the swords I got last time, but here's the one that got me interested. Havoc and Malice, which, if it's a pair of axes, I'm going to be doing backflips over, because I'm a huge fan of Legacy of King.
The axes. Havoc and Malice, their presence in my hands keeps me from employing magic. Yet rest assured, they do little to hamper my relish for slaughter.
And that's what that would be a reference to if it is. Kane's axes in the first game, Blood Omen, were called Havoc and Malice. Let's see if I can find them in here. There's the Blackheart's Hammer. It's a 60 by default. And Blackheart Blade. Oh, these take the Obsidian. That's kind of cool. It gives you a reason to have the Obsidian right there. Yeah, there they are. It is a pair of axes. That is awesome. Oh, it's gonna take a fragment of power to make it, and that's why we need to go to the unnamed city today. Wait a minute. What are these? Where did I get these? This axe is better than my two-handed sword by a lot. 7 points by default. There's a reinforced stool. Here's another one. Now here's the venom-infused daggers. Same thing as the others. Where are the blunt daggers? See, here's another one. Jagged Axe, 67 damage. Where do these come from? I don't remember getting these patterns. Here's another one. Great Axe of the North. That's the Sumerian. There's the blunt daggers. I thought so. They take Eldarium. And I don't even know... I guess you would get Eldarium from some of the events. Because the 2 events that I've run into have both been like Sipta creatures. It's a Barbaric Great Axe, 67. Where did I get these patterns? I'm not making these black arts. I make one of these axes. I'm gonna make this, kind of like this axe to the north over here. Where do they come from? Bloodletter two-handed weapons epic. I got that by default just by hitting 60. You tell me I've had these patterns this entire time and didn't even know about it?
God damn!
Good God. I mean, I guess it wouldn't have mattered. They do take star metal, so I would have had to get star metal to even make them. Let me get that crafted. And we're going to take that to the unnamed city with us. I already got the master weapon fitting made, so I'm curious what the damage is going to be. I can imagine it's going to be above 70. It's got to be like 75-ish. Got some more star metal going, even though I got tons still in reserve, so I don't really need to make any more than that. Boom. 71 by default. 76. It's way better than my sword. I'll take that, thank you. I love axes anyway. Look at that. Look at that son of a bitch. That's badass. I love it. Okay, now let's replace these with the fast elevators, because I want to see how fast is. Just dismantle these, I don't need to... I made a couple of replacements. There we go. Let's drop this one down. Oh shit, look at that! Alright, come here, horse. If you ever want to do an elevator, you can take your horse on the elevator. I honestly don't recommend it because you can go right off if you don't do this right. Wow, look at that speed. That is ridiculous. Why isn't this default? If this is in the game, why do we still have the slow ones? I think we all know why we have the slow ones. But as I was about to say, if you're ever going to get on the elevator and you have the horse, just set it to follow you, and it will teleport to you. See, there she is. She's right behind me. And we're off. Fucking Funcom, man. I don't believe this guy... I haven't killed him in a while. I don't believe this guy actually drops Fragments of Power, so we're going to skip him. He may, but I don't think so. Because there's another dragon in here as well that's just like him that doesn't drop him. Our first target's going to be over here at these ruins. It's a skeletal lizard man. Oh, God. Hey, go back to your spawn point. Pesky dragon. This guy is, I think his name is like the Brute or something. I don't remember. They all have names, I just don't remember them. I'm not going to fight any of these guys on horseback. You're going to want to fight these guys on foot. I don't think it's here. I think it's the next one over. It's a section of walls like this. Yeah, it's the next one over. Now, here we go. He's in here. I'll leave her here, and then... We're gonna use a shield for this guy. You don't have to. I'll show you a couple of things you can do with these guys that'll help fighting them in different ways. You can just do this. This is a very easy way to kill them. And you're guaranteed a kill if you do this. The only thing you need to watch is your stamina and make sure your shield doesn't break. That's one method. That's probably the easiest method, but all of these guys have a problem with you strafing around them. So if you are constantly moving to one side as they're coming in to attack you, a lot of times they'll go right by you, like that, and you can get some hits on the rear end. Also, I mean, you'll see the damage I'm taking from this guy. This type of armor I'm in, I could literally just stand here and tank this guy and beat him to death if I wanted to. By the time you get here the first time, these guys are going to be really, really dangerous, so you're going to want to try to not get hit as much as possible. But there she goes. He dropped a fragment of power, legendary weapon repair kit, steel bars, and some dry wood. Not bad, not bad. These guys can drop actual items, but they always drop a fragment of power. Okay, that's the first one. That's where this guy is. All these skulls here on the map are targets that we're going to be hitting today. That one, the skeleton above, is named because he's up above. I'll show you how to get up there. This next one is one you've seen before. Now, I fought, this is the Red Mother again, or Red Queen, whatever her name is, I forget. I fought her with a shield last time. I'm gonna show that you can fight her with a two-hander too. You just have to know when to attack and when not to attack. Doing full combos is usually not really a good idea. And see, I dodged a little early right there on the fire. You need to dodge a little later, because she has like a little animation she does when she goes to blow fire, and once you get to know the animation, you can dodge it every time. See, I overextended right here. That's why I got hit. Dodge here. There you go. You dodge at that last moment, and you'll never get hit. Now, this is the big attack you gotta worry about. She's gonna tail swipe. That will always knock you on your ass, so you constantly want to dodge out of the way of that. Down she goes. You can see I took a fairly decent amount of damage there, even in the armor I'm using. Ooh, she dropped an actual legendary, a spear. Lifeblood spear. Just drop some incense, so I'll take it. I'm gonna skin her for sure, too. The next one is up there. And there's only really one safe way to climb up here that I found. This should work every time, but you're gonna need some, probably gonna need some grit and or climbing gear, the boots and the gloves. As you can see, you just randomly fall off the walls for no reason, and you gotta be prepared for that. Now this guy is super easy. Like most things with a two-handed weapon, if it's a person with a two-handed weapon, all you gotta do, strafe around them when they swing. They just will completely whiff every time, and you get a full combo on him. You just back up, let him swing, go around him. He's completely helpless. Sometimes they don't even swing in the right direction. That's what I like to call the fun comm effect. I'm just wailing on his ribs. There's nothing you can do. That's another one down. Another fragment of power. This is an armor repair kit, looks like. And some steel bars. Now, over here to... where is it? No, it's not here. It's on... Oh, wait. It's on this side over here. There is a pillar over here that, if you're feeling really adventurous, it's right here in front of me, I think. It's not this one. It's the one out there. Let me kill these assholes. But this pillar right out here in front of me, not this one, the close one, the far one, this one here, that one has a treasure chest on top of it that has a bunch of gold and silver in it. Okay, now our next guy is over here, and it's actually underneath an overhang. He's another skeleton. This one with a sword, I believe. We'll park the horse here, and he's always over here by this fire pit. Now, this guy typically uses a one-handed sword. He's got a couple of flunkies. You're going to want to kill them first. And watch out, because he will aggro. Like, he's aggroed right now. He's coming up behind me. See? Brick. I knew you were there. And he's going to do the one-handed sword attacks. Usually there's a guy over here. Where is he? There he is. What the hell are you doing over there? You don't even know, do you? Ow. Ow, fuck you. This guy's main attack is that lunge. What the fuck? Where'd you come from? Wait, no, this is the guy that's supposed to be over here. He just poured it in. Funcom.
Ass!
This guy, his main attack is this sword thrust. You just go around him. Or dodge. You just wail on him in the back. Or don't do what I just did. Walk in front of him like a dipshit. Come here, jackass. Out of all the guys in here that you can kill, this guy's probably the third most dangerous. because his attacks are a little weird and they can catch you off guard. But again, another fragment of power. Now we're going to go down to this guy right here. This guy I would think is probably the second most dangerous. Okay, here we are. It's getting dark too, so that's going to suck. The problem with this guy is he has an entire fucking army in front of him. Well, if you can see him, there's two columns of skeletons here. You gotta try to pull them one at a time. See, the right column just pulled. They might pull the left column with them. Sometimes they do. We'll see. Yeah, left column just pulled. Now, I'm doing this on foot just to show you that even with heavy armor, this could easily be death if I wasn't like in super epic armor. So this is a lot easier to fight on horseback if you have one. Again, this is with heavy armor. With light armor, you're going to need to be really careful. I'll switch to my one-hander here so we can see. If you use the axe like that, you can abuse that jumping power attack there to... Look, they just pulled off of my horse for no fucking reason. There is no sense in them attack this horse. It has never even been in combat. The fuck, Funcom? Get your shit together. Anyways, that is one of the things that make this guy dangerous. But this guy is also using a two-handed sword. And anybody using a two-handed sword has a tendency to catch you on side and back swings. You need to watch that. But for the most part, you can basically do the same thing to him as you did to the hammer guy. Just walk around him and hit him in the back. Let's see, like right there, I got caught. And there he goes. He's dropped a fragment of power, an armor repair kit, and some steel. Now there's a couple of chests over here, right here. This one here is kind of low level, but this one usually has some gold in it, just some silver right now. And it is super dark in here, and this is how dark it gets in here. And I'm not editing this footage. This is me without my torch on. So that's why we're going to wait until morning before we move over to the next boss. This is our second to last stop. This is the aviary, and this is a boss that you might be familiar with. You meet one at the very beginning of the game, and I'd say this guy, the Red Mother, is the most dangerous of all the enemies in here. And then I'd say the two-handed sword guy is number 2. This guy's either 3 or 4. He can do some heavy damage if you don't watch it. His attacks are really fast, so I do recommend the shield. But with my armor, I could just face tank him. But what you want to do is, he has an attack you can bait out that's an AoE. I'll show it to you. I'll try to bait it out. This. When he does that, he stuns himself for at least the distance of the duration of a full combo. And he's pretty reliable that if you keep backing up and keep defending, he'll do it. He can also drop some stuff. He drops a pretty decent helmet I've gotten a couple times. You can also skin this guy. Get bat skin and demon blood, brimstone. He has the chest here on the back wall as well sometimes, but it's just gold. Yeah, our final stop is at the very outskirts of the city. There's a place out here that's got whites. They're all around out here. We're going to be heading there. There's a white out there that... from here, your best bet, if you're coming from here, is just to climb this wall. To set your horse to follow, and it'll follow you up. You'll have to deal with some regular bad demons at the very top over here, but... The worst part about the aviary here is the corruption you get. This whole area is corrupted. Alright, here he is. He's right the next guy here. There he is. He's pretty much the same as a skeleton. Specifically the two-handed sword wielder, because he's got a two-handed sword. The difference is that whenever a white hits you, you're going to gain corruption. So treat this guy like you would the other guy. See, he just caught me again right there. One thing to worry about with using a shield against a two-handed sword user is two-handed swords have this special cleave attack. It's on their your secondary action, your kick key, and it's like this overhead cleave. And if you get hit with that, if you don't have Shield Master, you can block it with Shield Master, but it's going to take all your stamina, and it's still going to do a little bit of damage. If you don't block it with Shield Master, it will go right through it and hit you. So you don't want to get hit with that. Now, once you have these Fragments of Power, there's several things you can do with them. You can just use them. And if you use one, it's going to give you, I think, about 11 skill points. So I have 82 available. And I spent 800. So that allows you to get everything in the game. If you so choose. But the other use for them is to take them into the archive and turn them in for the scrolls, which I'll show you how to do that now. But first, actually, I think we're going to ride past the other dragon that's in here. Yeah, he's right over here. Now, this dragon is down here, and he's probably about the... He's not quite as tough as the Broodmother, but he doesn't drop Fragments of Power, so I don't bother killing him. But he's there if you want him. Okay, so once you have the fragments of power, and the first time you come in here, you'll go up to this this bookshelf over here on the right of the Archivist, the specific one, and if you interact with it, it'll give you the Esoteric Library. Once you have a fragment of power, when you use this, it'll turn it in for a scroll. You've granted a new scroll. That one was, let's see, table leg. Okay, it's a table leg weapon. I don't have that one. You know, we'll turn in a couple more. I only need one for my axes, so... You see, I got two things I already have here. The Venom-infused two-handed sword and the fast elevator, so those are useless, unfortunately. If there's something else you can do with them, I don't know. And we're home. And time to craft some axes. And that is an activity that you're going to want to be doing as much as possible, because you want to have as many skill points as possible, and you want to get these special patterns as well. Let's see. Go ahead and toss these on here and get those making, while I put away all this other junk. Alright. And we are done here. Grab my weapon kit. Boom. They're only 56s, but... Oh, that is so awesome. It is dual axes.
Victis!
It's got the regular axe. Yeah, it's got the axe, Ooh, it's got a whirlwind. And it sheaths this dual axes. That is so fucking awesome. I'm ecstatic for that. Alright, that's gonna bring this video to a close, guys. Thank you once again for watching. Thank you for paying attention to the series. I really appreciate it. You know the YouTube stuff to do. We will be back on Monday, and I do mean Monday this time, not like yesterday where I said Monday and I meant Friday. But we'll be back on Monday with some more Conan and some more Grounded later in the week, and we will see you then.